difference.
Great call.
Time for Nick's NBA medals now. Take a turn. Zion with 27 points last night in a win over a Laker team missing both AD and LeBron. But Zion just missed out on a medal. Nick, who made your podium today?
Well, real quick on Zion. Breaks Luka and LeBron's record for teenagers with consecutive games with 20 points at 21. So shout out to Zion, but not good enough to make the podium. You know who did make the podium? His teammate. Revenge game, Brandon Ingram. Says, oh, you didn't want me in LA. How about I drop 36, 3, and 4 on your heads over the D-League Lakers? So Brandon Ingram makes the podium. Silver medalist, career high. Assist for James Harden. No Kyrie, no problem. By the way, happy birthday, Kyrie. We missed that yesterday as he is absent from the team. 25, 7, and 17 for James Harden, taking care of things against the Blazers. And then the gold medalist.
By himself.
Oh, the Joker. The Joker leading the medals, leading the points. Some would argue now leading the MVP race. More on that momentarily.
It's the
28,
magic.
15, and 10. Brandon, somebody's got to pull Brandon aside and explain that teams
What's
don't
the
get to
Magic's
pick
record?
who
Let
they
me
play.
Google this real
It's
quick.
just the schedule.
Let me Google
It's
this.
just
What
the
is it?
schedule, Brandon.
ESPN,
and they're not, it's not
NBA,
unbalanced. Everyone plays the same schedule, Brandon. Okay, we
Where's
can't.
the Magic at? Where's the Magic? I don't even think they're on the list. They're 14 and 29.
Tell us who missed the cut.
Oh, we're leaving the NBA hardwood, going to some recreational place where a gentleman challenged Brian Scalabrine to a one-on-one game for his sneakers. Shocker. 11-0 Scalabrine. Here's the thing, folks. NBA players, newsflash, are very, very good at basketball. Think about it like this. You ever have a buddy that you were just friends with, and then they take like 4 boxing lessons, and all of a sudden they could destroy you at any point they wanted to? It's like that, times a kabillion. So congratulations to Scal. And you know what? Congratulations to this guy, too, for having the audacity to challenge him.
You know who can use them? The Lakers can use them. The Lakers can use them. Lakers.
Great point.
Ted Lasso, darts, don't challenge him. Nick's going to unveil his updated NBA MVP ladder on the other side of the break. I promise you, you will not want to miss this. Stick around. We're back in a few. This is First Things First.
Drove 8 hours to Alabama's Pro Day. Hey, flight from Dallas to Birmingham's canceled last night due to lightning. So with no other travel options, Harris drove 9 hours. Shoot, it's an extra hour to make it to Alabama's Pro Day by 10 a.m. It's not even working out. Wanted to support teammates. Great guy. And I think this should count as part of his sort of draft profile. Not only great running back, great guy. Here's the thing about your old buddy Kevin Wildes. 9 hours in the car, only doing that for the big 3. Funerals, weddings, and wakes. That's it. Your pro day? No. Hey, your 40th birthday party? No. Hey, you're having a kid? It's my kid probably, but why am I 9 hours away? Probably taking a flight. I'd be like, you know what, honey? Catch you next time. So sorry. He's a great guy. Your old buddy Kevin Wildes, if you're inviting me to your 50th anniversary, I'm not gonna make it. Flight was delayed. What do you want me to do?
Wildes will drive 30 minutes from Rye to meet my children, Jim. He ain't driving 9 hours for anything.
Head to New Orleans now. We'll let that sink in for a second. Been a long time since there were quarterback questions coming into a season for the New Orleans Saints. Breeze is out. Who is in? Yesterday, Jameis Winston met with reporters, talked about competing for the job with Taysom Hill. And he had to fight back tears when talking about how much it would mean to him to carry on the legacy that Drew Brees left. Take a listen to this.
It's a tremendous amount of responsibility following up behind a guy like Drew Brees. But I embrace that. You know, I know that is a challenging responsibility, but I really embrace that. And I would love to carry that torch. Being able to have an entire season with Drew Brees was a dream of mine. Like, and for him to put his arm around me, or, you know, just give me any encouraging words after I saw the resilience, the passion, the way that he went and approached every single day. But that to even be a story, like I was I was touched by that because he doesn't even know how much he means to me and my family, for real.
You know, over the last couple of months doing this show with you, Brandon, you've talked so much about the influence Drew Brees had on you just watching him prepare. You were only there for like a month. Imagine what it does mean to Jameis Winston to be in that quarterback room with him, you know, day in and day out. And you could see it with his answer there. What do you think Saints fans should expect the transition to look like from Brees to Jameis Winston?
Yeah, Jenna, those emotions are real. Those aren't phony. It's not fake. You know, Drew Brees, there's only a handful of people in this world that can leave a lasting impact on people just like that. I was there for a month, and now when I talk to these college kids or high school kids or young quarterbacks, the first person that I bring up is Drew Brees because of his process, because of his passion and that resilience that Jameis Winston talked about, you know, every single day. It's hard to be the same person every single day. And that's who Drew Brees is. We had DeMario Davis on their show, and he talked about how he took his game to a whole nother level by just seeing how Drew Brees prepares. So that is real. Jameis Winston had a year to sit under Drew Brees, Sean Payton, and I think he definitely soaked up everything that he could. Now, with that being said, back to football. I said this Friday, and I said it earlier on in this week. I'm all in on Jameis Winston. This kid, I told you, 5,100 yards or whatever it was in 2019, 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. We cut those interceptions in half, Nick. It's lights out for the NFL. I'm telling you right now, and I have to believe that that impact that Drew Brees made on him and showing him, you know, how to prepare and how to go through an offense. And you don't have to score a touchdown every single play. It's going to take this kid's game to a whole nother level. Now, this quarterback competition is real between him and Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill got real reps last year. Taysom Hill, he's been playing this, he's been this gadget player for years. He goes out there last year and he plays and he starts at quarterback. He has some big wins, he has some big games, he has some big moments. He's going to be able to come into this offseason a better quarterback, Nick. Don't talk to me about slash player, don't talk to me about gadget. He's coming in this offseason a better quarterback. It will be a real competition, but Jameis will emerge. And what you're going to see next year, Jenna, is this. What you're going to see is a better defense. This is a top 5 scoring defense and total defense. That defense usually turns it on second half of the season. They need to start the season hot. They need to start the season as a shutdown, and then they will be in a good position. And offensively, people don't want to hear it, but they're going to be more explosive with Jameis Winston. He just needs to eliminate the mistakes, and that team will be better.
Well, I do believe they'll be more explosive, but the thing with explosives is sometimes they blow up on you. And you end up all of a sudden your hands are gone. I do think there'll be a more explosive offense. Brandon, honest question, and then I'll give my full answer. Because you keep keying on this 5,100 yards. And it's a good right. Stat. It's top 10 all time in a season. How many quarterbacks in the league, I don't need name, just a rough number, if they went into a season with the Bucs weapons of 2019 and this, listen, buddy, don't care how many picks you throw. Do not care how many times you turn the ball over. Chuck it as much as you want. If they had no regard whatsoever for ball security as job security, yours and mine, how many quarterbacks in the league could throw for 5,000 yards in those circumstances?
We know Fitzy could.
20 of them? Like
I'll give you 8. I'll give you 8. 8 guys. 8 guys can do it.
See, and my feeling is it is a lot higher because one of the reasons Jameis had those amazing yardage numbers was because he was playing with such reckless abandon that everything seemed to be boom or bust. And listen, that commentary we just saw from him, Wilds, was touching. And I do root for him. But the last year that Jameis Winston played football, where turnovers weren't a major problem, was 2013. His final year at Florida State, he threw 18 interceptions. And up to this moment in his career, he has thrown 88 picks with 50 fumbles in 72 starts. The first pass he ever threw for Tampa was a pick six to start his career. And the last pass he ever threw for Tampa